Right now, we could be getting a glimpse of what the winter is like in the forecast. Alex breaks it all down. Also, one Fitchburg family needs your help after losing their home to a house fire last night. And coming up, youth wheelchair basketball players visit this weekend for the Mad City Invitational Tournament. Find out how you can support these young athletes. That's all coming up at 10. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. A live look at the Capitol. It was a rainy and cloudy day, feeling more like October than December. But we could be seeing some changes at the end of the weekend. And tomorrow we could see a cool down with some gusty winds, and that could bring some possible snow flurries. With just how much we would be seeing, let's get a look at your first one forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington, who joins us from the weather patio. Alex, some possible snow accumulation on the horizon?
Yes, indeed. But first, we got to get through the fog. You saw in that Capitol shot there, you can only see half of the Capitol. Foggy conditions. It's foggy out here on the patio, so foggy. Our visibility is even reduced. So foggy on the patio, P-F-O-G-G-Y. The P is silent, I guess. We got a dense fog advisory, folks. You need to heed this seriously. Travel could be hampered tonight going on into your Sunday morning with these foggy conditions. Really, all of southern Wisconsin stands a chance of some patchy, dense fog. Visibility is down to half a mile in Lone Rock, still a quarter of a mile in Mineral Point, quarter of a mile in Platteville. We've had visibilities reduced as much as 0 over the past couple of hours, hanging on to a mile here in Madison. But our visibility future track model showing as we go into the wee hours of your Sunday morning, heading towards 8 o'clock, visibilities could get as low as below a quarter of a mile, even 0, eighth of a mile being predicted here. And as we head towards 10 o'clock, not much improvement. But finally, after about 10 o'clock, I think the fog will burn off, which is about that typical time that dense fog burns off as we head in to your Sunday afternoon. So again, slow down, low beams, and the fog will burn off on your Sunday morning. Then, as Jalen was saying, we got snow flurries in the forecast. Look at Monday sticking out cold, 28. Coming up in Maine weather, we'll break down just how much snow we can expect and if the Monday morning commute might have some travel impacts. That's coming up.
All right, Alex, we'll see you then. A fire late last night on Schuster Road, just outside of Oregon, has left a family without their home today. Fitchburg Fire Department received a call just after 8:30 last night for a structure fire. Several callers reported seeing smoke and fire coming from the backside of a 2-story house. Multiple departments responded to the scene to battle the blaze. The home involved took significant fire and smoke damage, killing 2 pets. The family is now receiving help from the Red Cross. The family has set up a GoFundMe page looking for assistance. In the 16 hours it's been up, the Ferry family has already raised more than $8,000 of their $10,000 goal. If you would like to help them out, you can find their GoFundMe under this article on channel3000.com. Now to some continuing coverage from earlier this week. An elk's quest for love is no more. It was reported Wednesday that the elk you're seeing, which went viral on his travel across Wisconsin, was found dead in Illinois. DNR biologist Christina Kizuski tells Weekend Mornings that while it's sad, it wasn't all that unexpected.
Kind of an unfortunate event. However, the amount of miles that he's been traveling, it perhaps wasn't unexpected to hear that he found his demise by vehicle collision, unfortunately.
The Wisconsin DNR tells us it was hit by a passenger vehicle and not a semi like originally reported. The viral video has now raked up more than 250,000 views. And as we near the end of this year, Alliant Energy says there are many high-tech energy projects coming on board to be excited about. Alliance Wisconsin's president, David DeLeon, tells Weekend Mornings they're well underway with work to reduce their fossil fuel generation by 50% compared to those in 2005. The company has previously announced plans in Wisconsin to retire their remaining coal-fired facilities by mid-2026.
Our customers are pushing for sustainability goals. They want to see more renewables as they produce products and services with renewable energy.
But he says the shift to renewables like wind, solar, and the futuristic Energy Dome storage facility does not mean they will be abandoning the communities they have long been in.
We have been in those communities for years, and we will continue to be in those communities. So we look at ways that we can actually also continue to build stronger communities by providing tax benefits and other things if we're generating energy in those communities.
The company says the transition away from coal is well underway. All 12 of their large-scale utility solar projects will be completed by the middle of 2024. They say the completion of the projects will mark a dramatic increase in Wisconsin's solar generation capacity. Verona area high school's gym will be taken over by youth basketball players this weekend for the annual Mad City Invitational Tournament. But these players do things a little different. They pass, shoot, and score on wheels. Braden Ross has the story.
Dodge Shore has always been an active kid.
Played baseball, football, basketball.
And that didn't stop when he lost the use of his legs in a head-on car accident 6 years ago.
To know that he wasn't ever going to be able to play basketball with the kids he's grown up with, and then going into a gym and seeing all these kids that were like him and being in a wheelchair, it just lit him right up.
Even though he'd played before, his basketball career truly started at age 11 when he joined the Mad City Badgers, one of only 2 youth wheelchair basketball teams in the state.
1, 2, 3, Badgers!
It was nerve-wracking because I didn't know how I would do. I didn't know what I was doing.
6 years later, he's playing in the 2nd annual Mad City Invitational Tournament.
We have 8 teams from 6 different states.
It's a partnership between the Mad City Badgers and Dairyland Sports, a Madison nonprofit that works to fill in opportunity gaps for athletes with disabilities.
Before this, they would have to travel to Illinois, Nebraska, Chicago, all these different places where, because there was nothing being held here.
Now, these kids finally get to show off their skills in their home city.
Every kid likes to play in front of their family and friends.
And many of them don't stop here. Several Mad City players have gone on to the Paralympics, and their coach Amy Spangler has brought home gold as a Team USA coach.
There's nothing bigger than, walking into the stadium opening ceremonies and being dressed in red, white, and blue and being able to represent your country, and then it's even better when you get to bring home a medal.
That feeling is something Dodge has his sights set on.
I would like to play on the Paralympic team and hopefully get gold.
For now, he's committed to play at UW Whitewater in the fall alongside some of his mentors. But until then, he'll keep playing with the Badgers, with his teammates that now are more like family.
We've made friends that we're going to know the rest of our lives, and like I said, for Dodge, I honestly didn't think, if it wouldn't have been for basketball, I don't think he would be where he's at today.
Reporting in Verona, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
And if you'd like to support future Dairyland sporting events, you can find all the information you need on dairylandsports.org. And still to come on News 3 Now at 10, St. Nick ditched the sleighs for some running shoes on the Capitol Square today, spreading holiday cheer for all those around. Plus, we'll bring you some blues-filled music by the Matchbox Kings. And when you come back to check it out, we'll have a lot more.
It's time to light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Get our best offers and choose from a huge selection of Ford F-150 trucks with the capability, convenience, and technology to help bring us together. Wow. Discover how Ford F-150 can make the holidays bright. Now get a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months with $53.49 cash due at signing. See your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds, advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security on your devices, Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited Spectrum Mobile line, and the Xumo Stream Box, free when you add Spectrum TV. Call 833-976-4999. With Spectrum and Xumo, all your favorites are brought together in one place. Use the voice remote to search across live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular streaming apps to watch what you want faster and easier than ever. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, You might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
A place where those in need can turn for a hearty, home-cooked meal.
There are plenty of soup kitchens. This is more than that.
In this season of giving, I'll show you how the Feed Your Soul program is expanding and cooking up more meals for people in southern Wisconsin, Monday at 10.
All right, folks, let's get right into the foggy conditions. It's really developed and ensued across much of southern Wisconsin over these past couple of hours, and that fog will continue overnight. Then we transition to a brief snippet of winter, back to reality, what it should be for this time of year. Sunday night going into early Monday. Then the mild weather comes back and lasts all the way through Christmas. But let's get to the foggy details first. Dense fog advisory for south central and southwestern Wisconsin till 6 o'clock on your Sunday morning, but we all stand the chance of patchy dense fog. Visibility is right now 2 miles in Madison, but we have been down lower than that. Still a quarter of a mile in Lone Rock, a quarter of a mile in Mineral Point, a quarter of a mile in Platteville. It has been as low as 0 over portions of southwestern Wisconsin. We will see that ebb and flow overnight tonight with our future track visibility tracker here, showing by 1 o'clock in the morning, half a mile visibility here in Madison. But as we fast forward towards 8 o'clock in the morning, perhaps under a quarter of a mile, an eighth or even 0 in some localized areas as we go into that Sunday morning commute. So take it easy if you're heading to church or brunch. Still low visibilities by 10 o'clock in the morning, but then we should see some improvement with those foggy conditions pushing off towards the east as we head into the early part of your Sunday afternoon. Travel impacts. Here's what we advise. As that fog continues to develop, low beams, slow it on down, and it should burn off as we go on in to your Sunday morning. Then let's track winter coming back for one day. Just one day. Cold front's going to come through as we go into your later Sunday. As we get into Sunday evening, going into the overnight, yep, there's some snow showers in the forecast now as we head towards the wee hours of your Monday morning, perhaps lasting as late here as just at the end of that morning commute, folks. And with the wet pavement out there from our wet conditions now, temperatures dropping and maybe anywhere from a ½ inch to a dusting or so of snow. It doesn't take much, folks, to cause some slick spots on that Monday morning commute. Also roaring winds, wind gusts approaching 30 to 40 miles per hour as we head towards 6 o'clock on your Monday morning. It's going to feel like this on your Monday morning. 9, 5, 6. So that's going to be quite the shock to the system from what we've been experiencing with these mild conditions. There go the snow showers here over Dane County as we head towards Monday morning, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. But won't be leaving are the strong winds and the cool temperatures on Monday as we go carrying out further into your Monday. Temperatures stay steady in the upper 20s. That's that one cold day there. One day of winter-like weather. Then as we head out into the future, boom, there go the temperatures back up again into the 40s. Even heading out towards the Christmas holiday, Santa's probably going to need a t-shirt and maybe a slicker or maybe some rain boots as we track another weather system bringing us some showers as we head towards the holiday. Pretty photos, doesn't matter if it's fog, rain, snow, hot, cold. Thanks so much, folks, for sending us these photos. Always easy to do, and I think we have a couple more viewer photos to show here. Easy way to do this, channel3000.com. Just go click the post your own button. Or if you have the First Warn Weather app, all you have to do is just click the More button and then submit, and then these photos pop right up on channel3000.com. Marilyn sending us that foggy picture. We're probably going to have some foggy pictures, Jalen and friends, tomorrow morning. Thanks, Lori, for sending us. We had a woodpecker picture there, and those cranberries, you'd think that they'd have ice on them this time of year, but not having ice because it's been too warm. But they might actually freeze up a little bit tomorrow night with the snow shower activity. So, as I always like to say, Alex likes to report the weather, talk about the weather. Sometimes you can't cut me off from talking about the weather, but it's always good to be able to show the weather. That's the most important part.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely looking forward to some of those foggy photos. As we mentioned, it was looking a lot more like Halloween than Christmas, but that's okay. The Christmas spirit is definitely here because today at the Capitol Square, it was a merry playground as the Santa Run 5K was underway. Although it was unseasonably rainy, as we mentioned before, participants still got into the Christmas spirit by lacing up their running shoes and hitting the pavement, all on a mission to save Christmas from the Grinch and, of course, to have a good time while doing it.
This event today is extra special for us because it gives us a chance to celebrate with a lot of members in our community around the Capitol. And this cause is really important to us because we want to make sure that everyone around us is included.
Afterwards, all were invited to join the North Pole post-race party at the Edgewater Hotel to celebrate a job well done. The Madison Black Chamber of Commerce held its very first Holiday Black Bazaar at the Doxa Event Center in Fitchburg. All who came out experienced the magic of the season while supporting more than 40 local Black-owned businesses and nearly 50 diverse vendors, including vending tables from across the CEOs of tomorrow. There was also the chance to have a photo op with the man of the season, that being, of course, St. Nick. For over 20 years, the Cashbox Kings have played their original Chicago blues sound touring all over the world. Tonight, photojournalist Christopher Hallbaker shows us why it's important for them to keep the blues alive.
She brings sight to the blind. See, that's the stuff you don't know about. See, I'm telling you. Yes, my baby daddy must have been a millionaire.
When I first started getting into blues, living in Chicago as a teenager, I started to sneak into some of the blues clubs on the west side and south side, and also would go to Chicago Blues Fest every year, and I would just dream, maybe someday I could get on stage and just play in any blues bar.
The Cashbox Kings!
I don't have any direct cultural links to the music myself, but I was lucky enough to meet musicians who did and learn the art from them. And then also a drummer, Kenny B.D.I. Smith, that I knew from Chicago, whose father was Muddy Waters' drummer for 20 years.
I was born and raised down on 43rd Street, Chicago, which is now called Muddy Waters Drive. Hell, I was there before Muddy Waters.
The co-leader of the band is my friend Oscar Wilson, who's an incredible musician from the south side of Chicago.
My father was a musician, and he was died 2 months before I was born.
People would hang around his house and play Friday night fish fry parties in his living room.
Junior Wells, Elmo James, Honey Boy Edwards, and Big Smokey Smothers happened to be my nephew's father. We're working hard to keep real blues, real regular blues alive, and we're working hard to keep it alive.
So we feel that it's important to carry on the legacy of this music.
It's the music that I know and love.
There's something about it. I think when people hear it, when you play it, it hits you at a very raw, emotional level.
That's the blues, y'all. It's about real Chicago blues, not rock blues, blues.
We've played all around the world, and there is no town like Madison as far as people letting loose and just dancing. I think there's something about playing for kids. Kids just naturally are inclined to connect with music.
Who else got harmonica? And out of those kids, that'll stay with them.
Dueling harmonicas, how about?
You know what I'm saying? That blues thing will stay with them.
So you never know. One of these kids might walk out of here today with a harmonica, and 20 years from now, they're a musician.
Yeah. But now we come so many years later. What's kept you guys playing together?
I guess faith and friendship. I'm real close with Joe Nosek.
Our co-leader, Oscar Wilson, was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer that had spread to his spine. Coincidentally, his oncologist was a huge blues fan who knew our music and gave Oscar like world-class care. And fortunately, his prognosis is looking way better.
We got one of the most original, real blues band that's left in the city of Chicago, anywhere. The blues is not perfect. The blues is how you feel that time. More of a heartfelt thing, you know, and you feel it in your heart. And you know when you feel it because you get the feeling in here. Not just here, but you get it in here too.
Oscar and Joe of the Cashbox Kings performed earlier at 8:30 in the Crystal Corner on Madison's East Side. If you missed tonight's show, don't worry. Listed here are future shows in the area you can attend. If you'd like to contribute, Oscar has a GoFundMe for his medical expenses at the address on your screen. Still to come, AJ Storr has been one of Wisconsin's best players this season. But coming up in sports, Andrew will tell you why it's what he's doing off the court that's even more special.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings, going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $5,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Dupixent helps you do more with less asthma and can help you breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
Welcome to the season of joyful anticipation, treasured moments, and warm laughter. This year, make it extra special with a gift that brings joy for a lifetime. Show your love by contributing to your child or grandchild's EdVest 529 College Savings Plan at edvest.com/gift. To learn more about Wisconsin's EdVest 529 College Savings Plan, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, read the plan description at edvest.com.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings, going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
AJ Storr has been a revelation for Wisconsin basketball this year. The St. John's transfer leads the Badgers with 13.7 points a game, but it's the impact off the court that might just be bigger. Storr held a toy drive in Sun Prairie today, collecting gifts for kids in need. It's his first ever corner store event, inspired by his play style and his passions. It just means more for AJ Storr because now that the Rockford native is back by home, he sees himself in these kids.
Just a little toy drive. Gonna give the toys back to the youth. Like I said, anywhere in my Wisconsin area, Rockford area, it's a blessing. Me as a kid, you know, I looked up to college players, so just me being here, I know has somewhat of an impact on the kid. I like to shoot a lot of corner threes, and my last name is Storr, so it was just a good thing to put together.
And the Bucks back home hosting the Pistons, who enter this one on a 22-game losing streak. Giannis, fresh off that 64-point masterpiece, finishes the jam. The Freak finished with 22. Bucks blowing out the Pistons at this point in the third quarter. And Bobby Portis was feeling himself. Corner three on the mark. Portis dropped 31 to go with a dozen boards. And then later, low go Lillard. Dame was dialed in. He scored a game-high 33 points. Milwaukee mauls Detroit, winning their fifth in their last six. 146-114 is your final. Wisconsin volleyball may not have ended their season how they wanted to, but let's be honest, this season was magical. The Badgers were undefeated at home, posted a 30-4 record on the year, and after all, they made it to the Final Four. But another national championship run just wasn't in the cards. But when they reshuffle the deck next year, the National Player of the Year, Sarah Franklin, says Thursday's loss will be fuel to their fire. Plus, she kind of indicates she'll be back for another season.
We are a team that doesn't back down, doesn't give up, and this is definitely fuel coming into spring, coming into summer, coming into preseason next year. It's a great opportunity to come back with this group of girls, and I think we should watch out for next year.
The Packers came back down to earth with a Monday night loss to the Giants, but there's no time to wait. They need to pick themselves right back up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming into town tomorrow. Both teams would be in the playoffs if the season ended today, but not by much. This one tomorrow is critical. A Packers loss gives them just a 28% chance of the postseason, while a win skyrockets their odds to 65%.
A little bit of reset, but we got to just focus up and lock in on everything we need to lock in on. And at the end of the day, it's a huge game for both teams, and we got to handle business.
That's always our goal, to go 1-0 every week. That's our goal. Our goal is to get to the playoffs and do as much as we can. Be as successful as we can.
And Jalen, the Packers have been plagued by injuries this year, despite, winning a lot of games. Really good news out the last 20 minutes from Adam Schefter. It sounds like Aaron Jones is going to play tomorrow against the Buccaneers, which is a massive boost for that Green Bay squad.
For sure. And I mean, this point in the season, they're really, as you mentioned, pushing for one of the last playoff spots. I'm pretty sure he's banged up, but he's going to tough it out for the team.
Absolutely. It's going to be an exciting one tomorrow at Lambeau.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thank you, Andrew. We'll be back with more after this.
Toyota-thon is on. Time to make the holidays picture perfect with a new Toyota. We're going to need a bigger tree.
Get 3.99% APR plus $1,000 cash back on Tacoma when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County doesn't just build homes. We build financially strong families. Habitat Homes, financed through affordable mortgages, allow hardworking families to break the cycle of poverty and invest in their futures. Your support changes lives. Please donate today.
Stella uses AT&T. Abby has Spectrum One. With AT&T, Stella pays $110 a month for her internet and mobile.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
Abby saves big, over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings.
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store to get Spectrum One.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $5,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today. At U.S. Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone from U.S. Cellular.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at U.S. Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
This time of year, we gather, we celebrate, and we remember the things that matter most. For us, that's you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care, because the way you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Toyotathon is on. Make your holidays a little more magical with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Get $1,000 cash back on your favorite models when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
The first warn weather team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
So the Packers got Eric Stokes back and Aaron Jones back. How big of a boost do you think that'll be going into tomorrow's matchup against the Bucs?
Yeah, I think it's massive, especially for a Packers, I mean, on both sides of the ball. Packers backfield has been decimated by injuries. You know, 5 of their 6 defensive backs have been out for a couple of the last weeks, and Aaron Jones being back is huge because A.J. Dillon broke his thumb this week. Right. He said he'll still play, but, I mean, who knows how well you could play with a broken thumb. So huge.
Fingers crossed for tomorrow. Alex, rain, fog, what else is out there for you?
Yeah, dense fog advisory tonight till 6 o'clock in the morning. So if you got any travel in the morning, folks, take it easy. That fog should burn off, and then we could be seeing some snow flurries this time tomorrow night.
All right, well, sounds good. And Alex will break that all down tomorrow, so we'll see you tomorrow. But thank you for making tonight a great evening.